Morning and welcome to the new do debut and to Flatbread Friday. Now today's pizza that I made is probably a little holiday inappropriate for Good Friday and still being Lent for some of those who don't eat meat on Fridays during Lent. But it's a meat pizza. It's actually a beef stroganoff pizza, and I made it out of a beef Wellington that I had in the freezer since Christmas. I pulled the puff pastry part off and kept the mushroom part and the beef part and heated up some more mushrooms and put it all on a flatbread with some cheese and a nice sour cream sauce, and it came out great. And if you don't want to eat it today, try it some other day. Enjoy. We're going to start with our leftover beef Wellington that I took out of the freezer a couple of days ago to thaw in the refrigerator. It's been there since Christmas. And we're going to remove the crust. And most of the mushroom duxelle, or dexel, I guess is the right way to pronounce it. And what you have is some seasonings and some meat, and we're going to dice that up. The rest of our ingredients are shown in the next picture. Salt, pepper, that ricotta is supposed to be sour cream, beef stock, etc. And we're going to put a little butter in our skillet, melt it up. We're going to add our mushrooms, and we're going to season our mushrooms with pepper and with tarragon. You do not want to put salt on mushrooms until they're cooked, because the salt pulls all the juices out of the mushrooms, and what you end up with is a wet mushroom mess. So we're going to saute the mushrooms as they're seasoned now, and when they're softened, we're going to add some flour. We're going to cook and stir that for about 5 minutes to get the starchy taste out of the flour. And now we're going to add in our salt. And some beef broth, beef stock, out of a can or made from beef base as I do. And some milk. We're going to stir that up and keep stirring it until the sauce thickens. Now we're going to add in a dollop of sour cream for texture and for flavor. And now our meat, our diced beef tenderloin, and we're going to stir that all together. Looks delicious. We're going to remove that from the heat and let it sit for a few minutes. And now we're going to assemble our pizza. We start with our non-flatbread or a traditional pizza crust, if that's what you care to use. We're going to spread a thin layer of sour cream on the naan as a sauce, per se, and top that with a little dehydrated minced onion. If you have that on hand, just adds a little oomph to the dish. And some mozzarella cheese. And now our beef stroganoff. And then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan on top to give it a nice crust and a little more cheesy flavor, being that it is a pizza. A little sprinkle of tarragon for color and a little more flavor. We're going to bake that at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes until it's browned and bubbly. And there you have it. Looks amazing. We're going to let it rest for a little bit and slice it and serve it, and it is truly decadent.